We already started. Fun.
Oh.
I never remember how it works.
People.
Like every time I do it, and it always feels like it works slightly differently. Everybody on the playback, Angela's here, even though it's showing 0. What's up, Krilly? What's up?
That's funny.
Great to see everybody.
Showing 0.
There we go. Now we got 2 viewers and 1 thumbs up. So I like to see. That's what I like to see. I should tweet it out.
Sorry, I'm finishing.
You texting?
Text message.
We didn't mean to go live that quickly.
Whoops.
Hello from Vancouver. Did you stir this up or no?
Mhm.
All right. Just didn't put in as much sugar as maybe I'm used to. I don't ever use sugar. That's why I'm not used to anything.
Ran out of honey.
Everybody, it's great to see you. We're a little bit crooked here. How about that? That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. It got cold. It got cold this weekend, so Amber and I are cold. Here, let me see if I can tweet this out on yours.
It's really hard to shift my mind from this text conversation to like being live.
Yeah. Your coat is down to no small ice. Yeah, Krilly, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, it's like even these pieces are about ready to come off.
No smicicle. I don't know. How's everybody's week? Did everybody like that vid where I signed those papers that made me a full-time YouTuber? That's not what it actually made me, but the buyout, I thought that was I really liked that video. I spent like hours, more than an hour, more than 2 hours, going through all of my Google Photos from the last however many years and 5 years, and looking for like anything that face recognition might have missed. So I get through all that in there, so that was fun for me. I enjoyed that. Login. Think I got that right. All right. I'm over here on Twitter, making sure I forgot to tweet this out. Oh, fun. Later, close. Later, remind me tomorrow. There's so many updates to do. Remind me tomorrow. And then we will go to...
Yeah, Angela just talked about the merch, which we don't have our mugs yet, but check it out. There's a lot of merch that Cody put out. Really cool stuff.
Yeah. Live chat. 593 subscribers you have.
Almost
You're crushing
600.
it. We got to get to 1,000. We got to get Amber to 1,000 so we can monetize this puppy. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Full-time YouTube.
Full-time. I'll be a full-time YouTuber.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, yeah. That was great. Congrats.
Yeah, it isn't as sweet as I thought it was going to be. We're having tea.
Yeah, this is a cinnamon orange tea. I looked forever for an apple cinnamon tea. Couldn't find it. Seriously, I looked at every single tea there 3 times. I was just like, there must be apple cinnamon tea, and there wasn't. What are you gonna do? Yeah, share. Copy. Got it. Tweet. Come hang for coffee on the couch. Full-time YouTuber. Oh. What just happened? Okay. Come hang for coffee on the...
You must be pressing a button.
I'm pressing something on this. Look at this. I'm not used to this. This is like, it's got the bar up there. I'm hitting something up there. I'll focus harder right now. Tweet.
3rd time's a charm.
Come hang for coffee on the couch. full-time YouTuber edition. Hope that's the right link. Think it is. Oh, hey, Joe had already tweeted it out. Joe, come on. Crushing it
Like,
over there.
I'm gonna beat you to it.
Happened to catch my coffee on the couch series. No, I didn't. Sounds rad though. 10% is not enough to ask you to watch one of my vlogs. Sorry, I got distracted on Twitter.
I need the comment so I can see what.
But you'll be
saying.
commenting as
Myself.
You want to go back to you?
Oh, that's fine. Nope.
Just stay me. All right, we won't be able to do any, like make anybody mods or anything, but that's fine.
We have.
All right, there we go.
Angela's doing everything.
Angela's crushing it.
Who needs more?
Yeah. All right. So, any questions? We're trying to make this one short, like we always do. Half an hour maybe is the goal. So, Logan, what's up?
It's been 2 weeks since.
John, great to see you, man. Thanks for coming.
Since
it's been 2 weeks.
We
didn't do one last week. Oh my goodness.
I was sick, and you just got back from the West Coast again. So, Taco Bell.
Right. I was exhausted. Yeah. Sticky Web Domains LLC. What is the series? Like, is it just like this? Are you talking on the couch sitting next to your partner and like talking? Or like give us the teaser. What's the teaser of the series, dude? Finn, I do not have a snowmobile. I'm sorry to say. But if I ever get one, I'll let you know. Amber just asked me yesterday. She was like, if you could get like a toy, like
today.
Today?
This morning, yeah.
Stuff flies. Time flies. If you could get a toy, what would you get? I was like, another one wheel. But yeah, if I ever get a snowmobile, I'll let you know, man. Wow. Yeah, I know. Ryan, I've been on live streams, like Friday Night Live or Friday Night Viper. Viper invited me on one time, and I think the stream went on for like 3 hours. I only stayed on, I think, for 2 hours, but they said that there had been 6-hour streams, like all night on Fridays, which is crazy. It's just easy. It's easy to go long. Mm-hmm. Easy to go long. Mm-hmm. Lucky, did you see that original vid that I did where I had done where I titled it "I Got Fired," or like I titled it "I Got Fired from my own company"? I think I explained it a little bit more in there, but basically is like months ago, like 3 months ago, we sat down and had a conversation 4 months ago maybe, where I was like, I'm gonna be spending much more time on YouTube now, just focusing on it. So I'd like to decrease my salary, like, make it make sense for me to be spending more time on YouTube and less time on like cap duties, So we took away almost all of the duties from cap, other than just like sales meetings, which I continue to do. And at that time, I was actually like, I brought it up, like, if you want to buy me out, this would be a good time to like start having that conversation. And at the time, it just didn't make sense, like, financially. So, yeah, basically, the reason that they brought it up again, then, how long ago was it that I dropped that blog? Like, how long ago did I get back from Belfast?
September something. Middle of September?
So, like, 6 weeks. That's what I had said in the video.
Yeah.
October,
it's November. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
October. Yeah, I think 6 weeks. And they brought it up again, like an actual buyout, was because just basically what I had said and predicted was true, which is like I wasn't spending as much time on cap stuff as I was spending all my time on YouTube stuff, very minimal time on cap stuff. And it just didn't, like, I think my one partner, Christian, said it really well. He was like, probably if we would have set up the business and like this is how it would have been structured from the beginning, it would make sense. But just because, for the whole last 4.5 years, we had all been sort of doing equal duties for the business. So when we restructured it, it just started to feel weird. And so a lot of people had brought up in the comments of both of those videos, like, why wouldn't they keep you on as a spearhead and like, you know, as just a way to bring in business and just like a publicity builder and all that stuff. And like that stuff is great and true, but just from like a cash flow perspective, like I'm way too expensive to the company to have that make sense. Like even I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why they brought it back up again. But numerous people I clarified in the vlog after the vlog where I was like, that I titled it clickbaitingly I got fired. Like we were 50-50 partners. So like any decision that we made had to come equally from both of us, you know, from them as a, you know, so Christian and Krista are married, and then me. Like we had to agree on anything that we were gonna do. So it wasn't like fired in that sense. You know what I'm saying? That I call that clickbait. I mean, I think it was probably the most clickbaity, if close to clickbait, if there ever was a clickbait title that I did. That one was probably the most, just because the reason I used it is because it was so snappy, it's so short, and it was like extremely enticing. And it was how I think most people relate to losing their full-time job. You know, like most people relate to that in a way of like being fired. So call it what you will. I thought it was a good title. I thought it did what I wanted it to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I think at the same time, like, wasn't necessarily like it wasn't a meeting that you called. Like, it wasn't something that you'd been thinking about and planning about.
Right.
You know, so like you saying fired, while it was clickbaity, I think and you are 50-50 partners, and you had to agree, and you made the decision together.
Right.
At the same time, there were emotions that, in a sense, could relate to.
Right. That kind of felt like that shock. Like
it wasn't like we were
right.
calling, like we were making this decision ahead of time, or like coming to
like it had been like building up to that or something like that. So yeah, that I think that helped too. But yeah, a lot of people gave me flack for that, which is cool. I'm always down with flack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That premiere was intense for me too, Brian, because I was sitting in Penn Station in New York City on the floor next to a trash can while that premiere was happening, because that was the day that I went up to New York City and filmed Gary Vaynerchuk and Bo meeting. So that was an intense premiere for me as well. Yeah, Alejandra, just like, so if you think about it, like I had been kind of at this point on YouTube. Oliver, I just saw Oliver's here. Dude, I'm glad you're here too, man. I had been sort of like, you know, I had been doing YouTube for the whole year, and like there was really only one or two clients that you could potentially say that like YouTube, what I was doing on YouTube was maybe responsible for bringing in, and then we didn't end up even getting either of them. Like we got to bid on them, but we didn't actually get the projects. They like the one we were gonna get, and then they moved it somewhere else. So yeah, it just like it seems like it would have been good, but from like an actual looking at the numbers perspective, it just didn't make sense for the business. So I do think that it was the right move. I think that if the company was in a different situation, or like I said in the video where I signed the papers, like I think that there is a way that we could have figured out how to do it and like make it work for everybody. You know what I mean? Like I think that would have been a path, and a good path. But I think that this is also a good one.
Did we drop from the roof?
What?
We did not.
Did they drop from the roof? I wish so.
I don't know that I would ever drop from a roof.
I'll drop from a roof all day. Joe, do you think full-time YouTube is going to be the thing, or where do you want to take this? Is there a bigger plan? Just curious. Yeah, so I'm totally an entrepreneur, and I'm gonna stay an entrepreneur, and like I think it would be hard for me to never want to start something new or a couple other new things, you know, along with YouTube. But for right now, YouTube is the thing. So that's what my video actually tomorrow is on, is like the different ways that I make money now with YouTube. But it's actually a very complex business in terms of revenue stream, and responsibilities and all that stuff. So yeah, no, I think it's not like the be all end all, but for now it's the only way that I make money. Does that answer your question? What are you thinking about, Amber?
I was just thinking of the time when you said, multiple times when you've said, like, you have all these ideas.
Yeah.
For businesses or inventions or...
Yeah.
Cody's got lots of ideas, so who knows?
Hundreds of
who
ideas.
Who knows what's coming?
Hundreds of ideas. Lucky, yeah, I have an agreement with the co-working space that I work out of, Startup Harrisburg, and that's also the co-working space that Cap works out of. So it's like, it's a different agreement, but yeah, I'm still in that. You can just mail stuff to Cody Warner, 922 North 3rd Street, Harrisburg, PA 17102. Right. You know, like... Same address. That address that's in my about, I just took out the care of Cap Collective, and it'll still work. So that's how you mail me stuff if you need to do that. Sweet potatoes or yams? Yeah, dude, I always just say sweet potatoes. Mm-hmm, me too. I think they are technically different things, though. I think sweet potatoes and yams are technically different things. Let's not get into it. I was gonna say, let's not get into it. Debate. What do we got here? Every time I pick up the camera, I can feel like I can never be myself in front of it, Finn says. Maybe it'll just take time to get better. How do you feel? How do you feel in front of the camera? I feel fantastic in front of the camera, but it took me 113 videos in a row to feel that way. So I agree with everything about your statement of like, it might just take time. It just got darker. It's not dying, is it? It's fine. It's fine. Thanks, Andrew. Means a lot. How was Taco Bell HQ? I drive there every day for work. Andrew, it was very good. Look at this Taco Bell. No, this sweatshirt is legit one of the most, I think it's the most comfortable sweatshirt I've ever worn in my life. Sweet, Logan. Love it, man. It was fun. Yeah, it was just a fun time.
Sticky Web Domains said, I still think you should be growing faster based on your content. Do you think the 6-minute videos are hurting your growth?
Who said that?
Sticky Web Domains.
Do you think 6-minute videos are hurting your growth? Do you think that that's too long or too short? Sticky Web Domains LLC. I think that no, I don't think it's hurting my growth, but who am I? I have no idea. Maybe it is.
Joe said, do you ever think of moving now that you no longer have ties to the company?
We don't live here because of the company. Audrey, what's up? We don't live here because of the company. We live here because of family. Amber's family is very close by, and my family is very close by, and just community in general. So, yeah, I don't think we're gonna move.
Yeah, the plan isn't to move, especially because if Cody's able to travel, that's great. But then I'm here with the kids, and we'd be somewhere else and he'd be working out of the house or doing stuff, then I'd be there with the kids. So yeah, I'd rather be in a place where family and super close friends are. Yeah. To help me.
Sticky Web, if you look at my analytics, so I don't actually think length matters as much as some of us think it does on, I think that the biggest thing that matters is click-through rate. So like when YouTube shows your thumbnail to somebody, how many of those people click it. And then retention above 60%, audience retention above 60%. So on my videos that are longer than 6 minutes, it's harder for me to get an above 60% retention rate. So I think that there's just more in play than just making a 10-minute or more video. And I've talked to a couple YouTube analytics pros who have agreed with me or told me that I don't have to worry about that, which is good because I think most of my content works better at a 6-minute range, just because of how quick I make it. So, but then, when I have the occasional like 10 to 17 minute vlog, I think that also like people can handle those a little bit better because they're not constantly getting, that sort of thing. So again, I don't really know, but no, I don't think that that's hurting me. Ibrahim Musa Ashidiki. Dope name. No, I don't always write them down. Well, actually, if I have an idea in the morning, I'll generally write it down. I'll jot it down, like the title, basically the title of the vlog, just in case I just happen to completely forget the title. But yeah, I oftentimes will just write down the title and then I'll maybe look at the title again one more time, but then I'll just, record that vlog that day without writing down any bullet points or outlines or structure or anything like that. I noticed that Peter McKinnon keeps mentioning that his office and home are armed. No, Lucky, I don't get any crazy messages from haters.
Literally armed or like with dart guns?
No, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess with Peter McKinnon. But since you're hacking the system with that theory, I think YouTube has caught on to that. Oh, in a sense, you're hacking the system with that theory. I think YouTube has caught on to that. Yeah, dude, I just can't worry about it. I'm gonna stop talking about it. It's like, for me, like this is the content length that works for me. So I'm just gonna, I need to make content that is as long as I feel like it needs to be. I also I think that, especially daily, I could consider it, and probably if I do ever transition out of daily, probably my vlogs will just naturally get longer, which I think the longer length would help algorithmically. I think just psychologically that could help algorithmically because people, it's like a scarcity thing. If they were getting less vlogs, they would probably click on more of them. And then because also I have this theory that it's harder for YouTube to push daily content because every time I upload something, it has to reanalyze this new thing and then decide whether to push the new one or keep pushing the old stuff. I don't like sugar in tea. I decided. It hurts my throat.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Do you need water?
No, I think I'll be all right.
Lucky asked, have you gotten to the point where haters are leaving crazy messages?
Right, that's what I had started to answer about Peter. Yeah, so if I ever get to that point, then I think they will probably all be above 10 minutes. But until then, I just gotta do me, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta do me. I think it's gonna be all right. There was one. Chris Swainsey says, if I hadn't had a huge spike of subs, do you think you would be in the same place for Cap, or would you have salvaged that longer? I don't know, man. That is a great question. I think probably I wouldn't be in the same place because I think I wouldn't have, my videos would be still almost 100% documentation and much less creation. And I would still just be documenting like what I was doing with CAP, which is like now I haven't done that in a long time other than this one where I signed the papers, but even that was much more creation because I made a kind of little mini documentary about the whole last 5 years, you know. So no, I think that it was the massive increase in exposure that made me really laser focus in on YouTube, and I think that made this whole thing make sense to, you know, the whole buyout and the conversation. I think that it was that made it made sense. Andrew, delete this, San Diego. Typo. Sorry, I'm getting caught up on the comments here.
Would you ever review tech products?
I did do a tech product review one time, a little gimbal. It was fun. I was down with it. I don't think that that's it's definitely not my favorite thing to do. But yeah, I mean, I get emails every day that was like, hey, would you review this product? And there was one that I was slightly interested in, but then I was just like, I don't want to do a review of that product. So I would do it, but I don't think that I will do it often. Axe Family's here.
Oh, yay. That's so fun.
Sticky Web Domains, I appreciate your concern for my growth, though, dude. Thanks a lot, man. I know you're just trying to help me, like, why don't you make these things 10, man, and like, grow faster. I get that. I love that. Thank you. Of course I get mail. What do you mean, Chris? Did you send me mail? Did you send me mail that I didn't get? How many hours do you work to supplement what Cody's been bringing in, if you do work? Amber? Question was for you from Lucky. Lucky's dropping banger questions tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really work in like a field that's like supplemental income or income.
Yeah, you make money.
I make a little, but...
But how many hours is it?
I work one Saturday a month from 9 to 4, and then another Saturday evening from 6 to 8. So how many hours is that? I have 2 little like contract jobs. Each requires out of the home once a month.
But like then how often or how many hours per month do you think you put into them, just like emailing people and calling people and like driving people places and stuff?
Well, the training that I do, that's all day. That's not supposed to, that's just like the same training. So that won't really require any extra time.
But what about the HLI?
But with my international students, an extra hour or 2. So it's not that much.
So total per month, how many hours?
I don't know.
Lucky just wants to know stats, I think. Like 5 to 10 hours,
just,
maybe?
In my mind, it's not like I don't see what I do as like much like providing for our family.
Yeah. My battery is 100% charged in my One Wheel. Just got the notification on my phone. Thanks, One Wheel.
A pen and a pad out. Oh, that's great. I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if I answered your question very well or right, but the whole idea of like, I just don't feel like what I contribute, you can tell, like, I don't feel like what I contribute has like much financial value. It's more for like my own self to have, you know, engagement in something outside of the home, but still be able to like almost solely focus on home and kids and family.
Oliver asked a long time ago, and I didn't see it until T-Plat just mentioned it. Amber, what's the most frustrating thing about Cody doing YouTube? Asking for a friend, not on behalf of my wife or anything.
Frustrating thing. I mean, I think I don't get too frustrated. There are definitely moments where I feel like tired of, you know, like whether he's been traveling a lot or needs to catch up on sleep or like go back into the office after bedtime or something. But I feel like probably the times where I kind of like will like look at him or make a comment. It's like when you're on your phone looking at comments or when he's just doing stuff on his phone for YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's like, put your phone away.
Right.
Moments.
I'd
say like that's the most frustrating. Or like Finley's like, Daddy, da 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 da, and you didn't respond right away because you got a notification of something or had to respond to a work thing. But she feels validated. That's good. I also think that that's not necessarily just a YouTube. I think it's like a thing that many of my friends struggle with in their relationships, you know, like your phone's right there, it's going off, you like take a look and can get distracted easily. So in a sense, like maybe this is bad, but I feel like because this is like Cody's main thing now, I do believe I give you more grace with it.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's important, and all that this is doing is for people and work and so I don't know.
Yeah. That's probably one of the most annoying things is me checking comments and tweeting.
Yeah.
All the time. Because I don't do comments or Twitter in blocks like many have suggested that I do. I do it all throughout the whole day and night, you know, so I think I could see how that'd be pretty frustrating. I get frustrated when you're on your phone too.
Right.
I think that everybody,
that's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like just one of those things, so.
Yeah.
Great question, Oliver. There was another good question up there.
Do you remember what it was?
What was it? Or maybe it was maybe I just wanted to say hello to somebody. Dose of Dad. You've been binge watching our stuff ever since Chris over the Rewired Soul pointed me you are away during Vid Summit. Love it.
Cool.
Dose of Dad, thank you. Andrew asked a question that has come up in some way, some form or another, Andrew Baxter, numerous times. Would you vlog for a week, just take over Cody's channel and do all the travel and vlogging? How about we answer it like technology aside, like if you could do that, would you?
Wait, say it again?
If you had to take my job for a week,
for
7 days straight, and you could edit like me and you could cinematography like me, would you do it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
If I could do it, I would trade off. I would love that. I would love a week where like a week in your shoes and you have a week in my shoes.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Especially knowing that it'd be a week. But the problem is I don't know those things, and it would take me 50 times longer than it takes Cody because he's so fast.
I mean, I've literally been training at this for 7 years.
I think even if I was trained in it, I just wouldn't be as fast. Like the way that your mind works, it's just It's a fast brain.
Fast brain, Brian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Fast brain, Brian. How'd you say that so well?
Because my brain's so fast. Angela, did we miss any questions? I know that you're doing all of the work. I'm sorry.
Chris had asked, how often do I tell you to put the camera down? I don't.
She tells me to pick it up, bruh. Come on.
I do, actually.
Love it, Am. Love it.
Because it's not out that much at home.
Right, it's true.
I feel like he does a really good job. Like, there is a definite feeling of separation. And, like, okay, Cody's home. This is family time. Like, so don't get me wrong when I say, like, the frustrating part about picking up the phone. He's not always on his phone. And I don't hesitate to say, like, okay, put your phone away. In the moments where I'm like, I really need full focus here. But, yeah, that's not usually a problem.
Kevin, didn't you ask a question earlier that was great? Kevin Boone. What is frustrating about YouTube? Rui says, what is frustrating about YouTube? Dude, biggest frustration that I have with YouTube is that all of my subscribers don't get notified even when they've rung the bell. That just really bums me out, bro. That's that's be my biggest one, but that's why, I mean, I think in a sense it's it's the silver lining there is like it reminds me to not rely on YouTube, like to be building Twitter, to be building Instagram, and to be building my own email list, and then all like Facebook, all of the different places where we really all need to be engaged. The YouTube notification issue reminds me of that daily, literally daily. So yeah, that's my biggest frustration.
Lucky sister
Kevin,
and dad. That's really cool.
I do use the screen time feature, I think, on the iPhone. Hey, Joe, thanks so much for being here, man. Much love. Y'all got this. Is your brain working so fast ever trip you up, Cody? Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think my brain works so fast because of ADHD, and I think that ADHD has a lot of positives and a lot of negatives, So, I get distracted easily. I can be hyper-focused on something and missing out on something else. Just get bored. I just get bored easily, with things that I don't want to get bored about or at, like especially if I ever get bored with people, that really bugs me. And I just am like fighting, like, no, just like stay engaged in this conversation, stay engaged, like you're here now, be here now. That's really hard for me when my mind's like racing, into some other topic or some other idea or something. That bums me out. How do you think I've changed through this whole process of vlogging YouTube, Jill says.
Jill, like...
Landers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think, like, Cody said in his vlogs, like, I do feel like he's, like, found a voice for his vlogs and kind of found more, like, of his passion and purpose. And, so, like, seeing him walk that out, it's like you like found it, like you're doing it, and so it's like a higher level of confidence, which I didn't think could exist because you've always been so I feel like you've always been very confident. So I would just say like increased confidence, which can translate into like the real world as like maybe you're more able to like voice your opinion, right, or say like he's a lot faster at saying no, which sometimes can shock me for certain things, or like
no, we're not doing that,
or you're not doing, like I can't do that,
right,
I don't have time for that, or I'm not able to do that, like just kind of cutting out some of the stuff that probably wouldn't have gotten cut out if he hadn't gone through this whole kind of like process of finding that voice. And just, I mean, learning time management and a lot more discipline, like with setting his alarm really early, or yeah.
Scott's here. Scott, someone literally just asked if I got the lens yet from you. Scott threw that in a vlog that I'm getting that lens from him. Yeah. He's like, I'm really glad it's gonna go to a good home, like someone who will use it. And then he was like, it's going to the one person who, I mean, I literally think he doesn't even know how to use the auto features on the camera. It was awesome, man. That was like, you set that up so perfectly. No, Tina, I didn't get the lens yet. I'm getting it on Tuesday, I believe. Kevin, Corey Weekly's meetup in the desert. I love it. I want to do it. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I love it. There's another one. Oh, man. It's so hard for me to keep them in my brain. What were we? Yeah. Jill. Chris Wickless, I think you might not have been here. Chris Barnes actually asked a similar question. I don't really have a hard time. That's what it was. I don't really have a hard time separating filming for work and filming for home. generally, though, filming for home happens on my phone, and filming for work happens on my real camera. Just the other day, when I did that vlog, I guess today's vlog, I had shot a lot with my real camera of us just hanging out, and then none of that got into the actual vlog, so I guess that would be considered for home, but I don't really have a hard time separating it. And it all, the fact that we're so open about family stuff, like, it's kind of all up for grabs to be a part of the vlog if it needs to be. So that doesn't, in a sense, we don't really need to separate it, in a sense. And Oliver asked a similar question, like, how do you turn off the grind when you're at home? I think that I am actually not a natural grinder. I learned hard, smart grind work like a year and a half ago. You know what I mean? So like it feels good for me actually, or it feels more natural for me to like flip the switch and be like, now I'm just at home. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna like relax and chill and turn off my brain. Like that feels like how most of my life has felt. So it's not really hard for me to turn off the grind. I think when it does get hard is when like when I start feeling like there at some point I start to feel this like pressure, like this thing needs to get done, or I really need to do this, or whatever. And once I start to feel that, then I start to think about that more, and then the grind starts turning back on. But it's like it's not on. It's just I'm thinking about something else, and I just want to go do it. So I guess it's kind of that's a cloudy answer to that question, but if I have time and if I've done a good job of being like these 2 hours are just home time, then it's not hard for me at all to turn it off. But if it's all kind of getting mixed up, then I do get stressed out and need to just go and do whatever I need to do. No, Zero, you haven't. Actually, you probably have, dude. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that you appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here. Finn's subscribed to 287 channels, and he definitely doesn't watch them all. I don't know where we are. I was talking about other thing.
I didn't know if
do I keep a private YouTube channel for home videos like I do? No, dude, I don't do that. It's a cool idea though. I mean, I do use Google Photos and I upload stuff there that's private. But I haven't done that actually. Maybe once or twice this year I've done that.
Gary Matthews said, what's your goal since this is full-time for you now?
What's my goal? I would like to reach 4 million subscribers so that I can encourage 100,000 people every single day to do stuff. Boom. Mic drop.
A measurable goal. That's what we like.
Saying it was attached. Would you believe you forgot to attach it? Yeah, dude. Sorry, Travis. I'll get that to you. I saw that email. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to attach it. Aspect Science. I'm awake. Dude, crushed that vid about dancing. I just watched that entire thing. I loved it.
We might have missed some.
Yeah. Craig, what was the thing that you were curious about, what Scott was curious about? Also, everybody, we're looking at comments on my channel. So if you want to be highlighted yellow instead of doing at Amber Warner, because you'd be doing at our Cody Warner, then they'll highlight yellow for us. Just like me. How was
the 11-hour sleep?
Dude, that 11-hour sleep was everything. Thank you for going to breakfast with Pam. Because, like, Amber took the girls. So I woke up. I mean, it was broken up because I woke up at, like, whenever, 7 or something. And then until they left at 7:30, and then I went back to sleep until 11. And it was everything. I haven't slept that long this entire year. Yeah, I mean, I was in bed until right before you got home, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's highlighted, Finn. Who's a young vlogger I've seen who's crushing it? Define young, bruh.
Jay's not sleeping very much
Lucky,
this week.
Lucky just reminded us that we've been 42 minutes, streaming 42 minutes.
Oh, thank you. He's helping us. Boundaries, right? Maybe we'll go another like 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
We say 3 minutes, and who knows?
No, sounds great. 3 mins, love it. It's actually only 9:42 p.m. It's true.
Yeah, we're feeling the time change though.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like 10:42 p.m.
Feels like 10.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Hamilton Smith just got back from New York. Love it. All right. We did change our clocks back. It really is 9:42, right? Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's 9:42. We're good. We're good.
Yep.
Max.
The date set to reach 4 million.
Great to meet you. The date to reach 4 million?
Logan.
Here's how I do numbers goals, bro. I'm gonna go for 4 million tomorrow. All right? Tomorrow. You know, get in here. Get in here. Let's get this thing. Yeah, 0 hour TV 256. Really appreciate it. Under 18. I can't think of one offhand, man.
What's the guy, the kid, starts with an S? His channel starts with an S.
I watch him.
Yeah.
He's under 18?
I think so. I think it's like 14.
Sean, stellar.
Stellar.
100% stellar, dude. I can't even believe that I forgot about him. Yeah.
Logan, Jay,
Everyone's
Stellar,
popping him.
yeah.
Everyone's popping his name up. Just someone drop links to Stellar's channel if you can. Yeah, he crushes it. He absolutely crushes it.
Arizona is one of the states that doesn't do daylight savings.
That's what I love about Arizona. That's what I love about Arizona too, Tina. I wish I feel that. I feel that. I want that.
Do you see yourself in the YouTube space at 50?
For longer watch time. It should be done on your channel for longer watch time. Yeah, so Sticky Web, I'll talk about that later, but we actually switched to this channel because of the algorithm, because of some advice that we got, so interesting. Jacqueline Tech Tuba, who collabs with Casey Neistat, is under 18, and she is great too. Sorry, what?
Yep, I said, do you see yourself in the YouTube space at 50?
At 50 years old.
Yes.
18 years from now.
That's it?
I'm going to be 50 in 18 years, everybody. Whoa.
That sounds insane.
Super rad.
Not that, just feel like.
Hamilton, awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think so, at least in some way, because I think it would be weird if everybody who's on YouTube now at 30 would just stop being on YouTube. Like, I'm trying to think, like, you know, the place that Peter holds in my mind, or the place that Casey holds in my mind, or like Sarah Dietschy, like, there is a place for her as a 60-year-old woman. Like, she's still a voice that I would be interested in hearing from at all of those different. So I guess I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be uploading videos at 50. I think they're going to be super dope, like really, really good videos at that point. I think.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
know.
like,
I don't know.
It's hard to envision anything else.
Right.
I mean, like, other stuff could be happening, but, like, it
Right.
seems like you and capturing life, or now challenging
Yeah.
and encouraging people.
And if you watch my
through
video
this.
about robots, I mean, I don't think we'll be editing at that point. So there's that. If all we have to do is capture, maybe we won't even be capturing at that point. Maybe videos will just being populated for us. Let's get into artificial intelligence right now. That's it? Yeah.
Jay did not
Craig.
know that you were younger than him. He said it's the curse of the short people. I automatically assume everyone taller than me is my age or older.
I love it. Max, I didn't see that. Holograms all over the place, Brian says. 15 years, you just triggered my midlife crisis, Alejandra.
It does. It just sounds not.
Yeah.
Chris said in 3 months he's 50. That's awesome. It's more just like we went to a high school field hockey game this weekend, and I just still, my mind's blown that like I'm not through high school. I'm not just through high school field hockey. I'm through college, marriage, have kids, and like this is crazy.
Yeah. There he is. Everybody.
I'm gonna do it.
Go.
He has 20,000 subscribers.
He had like 12 when I found him. The dude is just crushing it. Go. That's Stellar's channel right there. Sean's channel right there. Like, I could just I could say just go subscribe to him, and I know that you would be happy, because if you like watching my stuff, you'll like watching his stuff. But, I mean, let's do the normal thing and like watch one of his videos that looks interesting to you. Check the dude out. All 42 of you should totally check that dude out. He uploads once a week, so it's like easy to add to your schedule, and he just crushes it. He just crushes it. All right, there's the channel. I'll paste it one more time. Ugh.
I don't think we've been posting these on Anchor.
No, we're not gonna use Anchor anymore. We have a different podcasting partner now, but there's rumors about Anchor that like Anchor kind of takes the rights to your stuff, which I have a big problem with. So Lucky's popping into to emoji time. Thanks, man. We're gonna leave now. But yeah, so no, we don't use Anchor. You can do your own research on Anchor, but I will make an announcement video about our new podcasting partner at some point, and we'll start uploading these to that. I mean, and they'll be everywhere. It'll be Apple, all the different places. So, yeah, little podcast tease there. Everybody, it's time for us to leave. We're not even going to do one more question. We asked her so many questions. Thank you for those dope questions. Like, there was some good... I want to watch this back and see what I said. So, Finn, I use there's a link to it, an affiliate link to it in my description, but it's the Rode Mic Pro Plus, the $300 one. Drop emojis about how you are feeling right now. Just as many emojis as you can. Look at what Lucky did. That's what I want to see. However you're feeling, drop it, all right? Drop it. Thank you so much, everybody. Great being with you.
Thank you, Angela.
Jill feels sleepy and giving kisses and sleepy.
And sick?
Oh,
or is that
man.
sick?
No, she said
that.
No, those were Z's on my phone.
I don't understand these emojis. Really.
Yeah, no, those are Z's. Those are Z's.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
It almost looks like a thermometer.
Yeah, but if you look closely, you can see the Z's. Got a little got look at Elmo's, this is that. That's fun. Corner. That's fun. Just sleepy and loving you, she said.
I'm glad you're not
Good
sick.
night, William. Thanks for popping in, man.
Well, hello and good night.
Oh, yeah. Alejandro's feeling the unicorn. Oh, yeah. Someone throw a link to my my new merch. We need to sell some more of that
Angela
stuff.
did.
And she's been doing it?
Awesome. At least in the beginning.
Love it. Thank you so much, everybody. All right. No problem, William. Thanks so much, everybody. See ya.